Now, this is a big update we're getting with respect to the Mumbai Metro, where the stay on the Metro 3 car shed has been lifted. The stop work notice on car shed that was issued by the previous Uddhav Thackeray government has now been lifted. This means that the work on the construction of the Metro car shed can now begin. Now, this is for Metro 3, the Kolaba to Seeps line. And that is, of course, another big update that we're getting from the state of Maharashtra with respect to the tussle between the two governments. Remember, the Uddhav Thackeray government, the previous government, which had in fact imposed a stop work notice on the Metro 3 car shed, and now that decision, of course, has been reversed by the newly elected Eknath Shinde, Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, which belongs to Shiv Sena, another faction. In fact, the man who led the entire rebellion against Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, which then in turn caused Mr. Thackeray to give up his seat. And of course, all right, we're being joined by Stalin Dayanand, an environmentalist and someone who has been at the forefront of this entire issue. Sir, thank you so much for speaking to us here on Mirror Now. You know, how do you see this reversal of decision? The fact that now, the work on Metro 3 can now begin. What is your view on this now?
Metro 3 work had never stopped. There is a question of Metro 3 work beginning. It was always going on, whether it was the MVA government or whether it's the BJP Shinde government, whatever. The work was always going on. It's a question of the car shed. What right now, and you mentioned elected government. Sorry, this is not an elected government. This is a selected government and association between people who find it very comfortable to be with each other. Now, when the question is how much legality or how much justification remains to spend money on lands and create commercial interests for private real estate developers when there are barren free lands available. You want to sacrifice the trees, cut down the forest and gloat about it, please go ahead. With the history will remember you, and people will do what is needed to stop it. We will do our best. This is nothing. They are just using the Metro car shed as an excuse to hand over lands in 4 different places, including Aarey, to real estate developers. We have said it's a 60,000 crore scam, and we stand by what we say. We have proved it.
So also for our viewers, those people who just joined us and probably who have not been following this issue very closely, if you could explain in brief how damaging is this going to be, the fact that now once again for a different reason it was stopped, the work was stopped, however not due to politics, the decision has been reversed. But with respect to our environment, what kind of repercussions are we going to see here?
The repercussions are you are displacing wildlife from its habitat, you are destroying the trees. They are continuously saying they will not touch a tree unless they are going to build it in outer space. There is no way you can build that car shed in Aarey. So they are talking, what they are saying is wrong. The trees are going to be cut. The flooding will start at Marol, inside Aarey also. And of course, there is a definite loss of wildlife habitat and ecology and environment, not to mention the pollution of the river, the extraction of 50,000 liters of groundwater. We are talking of 5 tankers every day being drawn from the forest. The entire forest nearby will start degrading. The plan is to dry out the forest eventually and make this another BKC. This is not an allegation. This is on paper. So this is nothing but they are following the directions of the real estate lobby, and they have their obligations. We have ours to the constitution, which we will try and fulfill.
All right, Stalin Dayanand there speaking to us here on Mirror Now, listing the kind of environmental damage that is possible if this project goes ahead. So thank you so much for speaking to us here. And also I'd like to mention the fact that the new contract has now been given to SAM infrastructure, and the work now will begin there will be police protection that will be given, and the work on this, the car shed, the Metro 3 car shed will now begin.